Drew Onyx here, and I have the extreme pleasure once again to be able to have an exclusive interview with the Canadian champion, Dan Paisan. First of all, champ, how are you feeling? Are you ready for this match?
I'm as ready as I can be because you know, I know, and the other 5 competitors know, I am no stranger to 6-ways. I got the Suicide 6 belt to prove it. But tonight, fans, it's not about the Suicide 6. It's not about the Junior Heavyweight Championship. It's about the IWS Canadian Championship. Drew, I got 5 other opponents in there. And usually I'm in a one-on-one situation when I defend my belt, and I can study, I can watch tapes, and I can know what's gonna be going on in the heads of my opponent. But tonight, I got 5 opponents, and that is impossible, literally impossible. Not to mention that one of the opponents is Justin White, NWA Rookie of the Year, and I've never ever had a chance to face off with him one-on-one in an IWS ring. With that said and done, it's simple. My mindset, survive, outlast. Therefore, I train. I brought myself back in the gym. I got myself training on endurance and stamina. It's simple. I'm gonna go in the champ. I'm gonna walk out the champ. Capiche?
Now let me ask you, what happens that if you get in the ring and you knocked out everybody else? Because most of the guys that you are fighting, you fought before. But what happens if it's one-on-one against Justin White? Somebody who you've never scouted before. Now, I understand you train hard, you have the endurance and the stamina, but he's a competitor also. Will you do whatever it has to do to keep that title?
I said it. It's outlast, it's survive. May the better man win.
There you have it. Dan Paisan, the Canadian champion, ready to defend his title at UnF'nSanctionned. Drew Onyx here at Backstage, giving you the interviews that you need to see at UnF'nSanctionned 2007. Now, I have the extreme pleasure of introducing the NWA 2006 Rookie of the Year, Justin White. Now, before I go on any further, the people out there need to know, how do you feel making your debut at UnF'nSanctionned for the IWS Canadian title?
Well, 2006 was a stellar year for me. NWA Rookie of the Year, former British Commonwealth champion, but that year is behind me now. This year, 2007, I'm making my debut for IWS at its biggest show of the year, UnF'nSanctionned, and what better way for making an impact than my first match winning the IWS Canadian title.
All right, now there's another question I need to ask you. Now, I had an opportunity to speak to the current champion, Dan Paisan, and he told me in order to have this match to be a success, for him to retain the title, that he had to work on endurance and stamina. He wants to outlast all the competitors. So now I'm going to have to ask you, since you're a competitor, what was your strategy? What is your strategy in making sure that you walk away with the title?
Well, these are all great competitors in this match, but only 2 words to sum everything up. Speed kills.
There you have it, Justin White making his debut at UnF'nSanctionned. Drew Onyx here, and I have the opportunity to interview Vanessa Craven and ask her a few questions about her upcoming match at UnF'nSanctionned for the Canadian title in the 6-way match. Craven, first of all, how do you feel coming to IWS here and getting ready for this match?
I feel very confident. I am the tallest person in the match. I think I stand a very good chance of winning. Everyone else is probably at least 4 inches smaller than me. I think I stand a pretty good chance.
Good, that's true. 6 feet, 190 pounds. Her style is power and strength. A lot of the guys are going to have to use their skill and their speed to try to deal with you. Now, what a lot of people don't know, you just came back recently from a tour in Japan for the Neo group, is that correct? How has that international experience helped you as a wrestler, and how do you feel it's going to help your strategy for tonight?
Well, basically, I'm pretty much used to wrestling girls here. I only wrestle guys at IWS. Over in Japan, the girls there are no bullshit. They hit hard. They aim for the jugular. They will take you down if they let you. So with that, I'm pretty used to taking a beating now. I'm toughened myself up a little bit. I've started training a little harder to get used to it, since I probably will be going back soon. So I think, well, that in mind, I should do well.
Good. Now, there's 2 more questions I want to ask you. One is, there's an unknown factor. Justin White is making his debut in the IWS. A lot of people don't know who he is. Do you think that he's going to pose a problem because you didn't have a chance to scout him?
I think it's a possibility. I think he's the shortest guy in the match, so I'm not really thinking much about him. I don't think he'll pose much of a threat.
Okay, and another question that I wanted to ask you, so you being the biggest person and you being the biggest threat, are you worried about that they might gang up and try to get you out?
That's one thing I'm probably going to have to deal with. Like you say, as I am the biggest person in the match, the smartest thing for them to do would probably be ganging up on me and getting me out. So I just have to be ready for it.
So I'm sure you have a strategy. We won't expose that. You know, we won't give them an unfair advantage. The last question, if you get your hands on the current champion, Dan Paisan, what will you do to him?
Oh, I'm taking him down. That belt's going to be mine one way or the other. That's it.
You heard it from Vanessa Craven, one of the top competitors in the IWS, who will be making her supreme effort to coming back home with the gold. Drew Onyx, I'm out.
Truth or dare?
Truth. No. Dare. Dare!
Might want to take care of that.
I'm not getting the door, Twiggy.
But it's your turn to get the
No,
door.
I'm not getting it because last time I got it.
No, last time I got it because I got it when we got our Chinese food and the delivery man.
We don't even like Chinese, Twiggy.
I like chop suey.
So what are we gonna do?
I've got it. Tell me what you think of this. I think you might like it. Come in.
That's awesome.
I thought you'd like it.
Hi, boys.
You know, I'm just gonna say it. Porn star.
Right?
I don't get it. You show up randomly, you interrupt our promos, you touched my coat last time. I don't understand why you show up around us.
I'll explain it.
You clearly don't understand a lot of things because you've been losing. 2 losses in a row. Do you like to lose?
I like hot dogs.
He does like hot dogs.
A
Do
lot.
you like pain? Because you're getting killed out there.
What kind of question is that?
You clearly seem... You're masochists. I think you're into that. But I think we can work through it with some tough love.
Twiggy, what's going on? Wow.
Are you ready?
Smells like hamburger meat.
You know what? I gotta get this off my chest. I am down. I am so fucking down! Come on!
Okay, bitch.
Bring it to me! Call me a bitch! Fuck! Shit!
This is gonna be good.
Ah!
Drew Onyx here, once again giving you the backstage information that you need to know on the DVD UnF'nSanctioned. And here with me, to the left of me, is formerly of 2.0 Jagged. Now, Jagged, I know this is a tough match. How do you feel getting into the ring with a partner that you've had serious travels up and down in the world of professional wrestling?
You know, Drew, honestly, I don't exactly know how I feel. You see, usually at this point in time, I'd come out with some cute little sayings like, it's promo time, and booyah, and so on and so forth. But, you know, right now I'm torn. I'm very torn because, you see, for 8 months, I was on my own. And I had a pretty good run.
Yes, you did.
I became the IWS Canadian champion. But the whole time I was having that success, I felt guilty. I felt guilty because I knew that Shane, my partner, my best friend, was sitting on the sidelines. And I could see that he was a little bit jealous. And I was torn. See, because I thought I knew this man. I thought I knew him left and right. I thought I knew how he thought. But apparently that all changed when he hit me in the back with a chair. Apparently I didn't know him as well as I thought I did.
Wow, that's serious. Now, what I need to know is there any way that you guys can try
See, buddy, I'm sorry. You see, you want to know something? You want to call it jealousy, and that's fine. But you see, in the 8 months that I was out, I noticed something, buddy. I've noticed that you've gone soft, okay? I've noticed that you've gone soft, and you're nothing but a coward. You see, you're not the Canadian champion anymore because you didn't do what you had to do to get the job done. You're not going to Europe because you didn't do what you had to do to get the job done. And you see, for 8 months, I was sitting on the sidelines watching you get on planes, going here, going there, traveling the roads, without me.
How you feeling?
Without me.
How are you?
Hold on a second, okay? You see, and tonight, I've got 8 months, 8 goddamn months to make up for. And tonight, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to get the job done because I need this more than anything.
Well, now here's the question that I wanted to pose. Is there any way that 2.0, after this match, settle the score and reconcile? I guess we'll find out tonight. Shane Matthews versus Jagged, both from 2.0, ready to collide. Serious stuff here at UnF'nSanctioned. Drew Onyx here, giving you the exclusive interviews that you've demanded at IWS UnF'nSanctioned for the DVD. And with me right now, to the left of me, is Superstar Shane Hawk. Now, Superstar, you have a serious match. You've had a year-long feud with Fred, your mentor. You guys were part of a faction, a very popular faction. You've had your ups and downs, but now you guys are feuding. And this is supposed to be the end of the feud. This is the final match. This is the blow-off. What are your thoughts for your upcoming match? And what would you like to say to Fred? And what do you think you're gonna do in this match?
Drew, I'm thankful to you for a lot of things, and I'm really thankful for this opportunity for one. Okay. Because Fred, I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot going through the red head of Shane Hawk. Fred, most people don't know this, but you gave me my first match in the IWS. You gave me my first match in the MWF when I first started my career. Fred, that was the biggest mistake of your life. When I broke in, you told me one thing: make the crowd laugh, make them laugh, entertain them. And Fred, that got me nowhere. I squandered for 4 years. I wrestled for free. I didn't make a dime. And ever since I developed this cliched mean streak, Fred, I've gone to Philadelphia. I've gone to New York. I've gone to New Jersey. I've made a name for myself. And tonight, I'm gonna keep making that name on your back.
Now, another question I want to ask you. Him being your mentor, him being the one that's giving you the opportunities in and out of the square circle, him being the one that's been very integral in your guidance in pro wrestling, especially in the IWS, don't you have a small, slight fear that he knows your game plan, he knows your mind, he knows how you think, how you act, and then he can anticipate and get the overhand?
You know, they say that a teacher teaches a student everything he knows, but not everything the teacher knows. What Fred doesn't understand is that I'm a student of the game, Drew. I watch the tapes, I ride in the cars, and I listen to the commentaries. And behind Fred's back, I've been watching tapes from Japan, I've been watching tapes from Mexico, and I've been doing mixed martial arts. All right, I enrolled in Drew Onyx's torture chamber for a reason, Fred, and that is to be the best athlete I can possibly be. And Fred, at the end of the night when my hand is raised, you're gonna realize comedy doesn't pay. Ass kicking does.
There you have it, from Superstar Shane Hawk. He means business tonight in Montreal at the Medley, UnF'nSanctioned. Be there. Drew Onyx here, and I'm about to interview the owner of IWS, Crazy Effin' Manny. Now, Manny, it's a pleasure to have you here right now for the DVD. I have to ask you some tough questions. First of all, how do you feel tonight? Your baby, UnF'nSanctioned tonight. What are your thoughts about the biggest show in wrestling?
I feel like I feel every year at UnF'nSanctioned. I feel like I'm gonna make a lot of fucking money. That's how I feel.
And money's good. Now, Manny, another thing I'm gonna have to say. I normally do not agree with you. We butt heads inside the ring, outside the ring. But for the first time, I'm gonna have to agree with you. You putting those two monsters together, Jake Matthews and PCO, against Max Boyer and Christian Cage, is unfair. It doesn't look good on paper. Why would you let this match happen?
Why would I let this match happen? Because Max Boye has a big mouth, and Max Boye likes to talk a lot of shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach Max Boye a lesson. And Christian Cage, if you want to come to Montreal, to my federation, my home, and try and embarrass me with your stupid NWA TNA world title, world champion, then go right the fuck ahead. Because you know what? You're in my house, and my monsters are going to kill you guys tonight.
No, whoa. As much as I do agree that this doesn't look good on paper, to play devil's advocate, all right, Max Boyer has been in main event situations. He is a rising star in Quebec. He is a student of professional wrestling, and he's already fought the monsters. He may have not always won, but he's definitely survived. And by doing that, maybe he can find a crack in your armor. Now, not to be overconfident. Now, you're talking about, whoa, Christian Cage. He's a perennial champion. And the NWA World Heavyweight Championship is nothing to laugh at. Now, don't you think you're being a little overconfident?
I'm not overconfident. Let me tell you people something. In the province of Quebec, you don't become a star unless I let you become a star. I allow people to become famous. I allow people to become stars down here. And as for Christian Cage, I don't give a fuck about the NWA. It doesn't mean shit to me. The only thing that means anything to me is IWS and the money it makes me. So tonight, both these guys are going to learn a fucking lesson. Christian Cage is going to learn that he's a washed up loser, and Max Boye is going to learn not to fuck with me.
Well, you heard it from Crazy F and Manning. That's some tough words, some serious accusations. I don't know if I can agree with everything that he says, but I do guarantee it's going to be a bloodbath if Max Boyer and Christian Cage don't come with their A game. Drew Onyx here, and this next interview is a little sensitive for me because what we're going to talk about right now is the main event, where it's originally should have been Green and Mean, Green Phantom and Drew Onyx versus the Ninjas. But due to a serious injury that has me sidelined for a couple of months, I'm out. And right now, the person that's going to be defending the title will be Sexy Eddie. Now, how do you feel about the situation? One moment, you weren't part of UnF'nSanctioned, and then I guess in a lucky situation with me being out, now you're with Green Phantom, and now you'll be defending the IWS Tag Team titles against the Ninjas. How do you feel about that situation?
Some people could look at it and say it's lucky. Some people could say it's a pain in the ass because me and Green Phantom, we don't mix like water and oil. It's just something was waiting to happen, and if it doesn't blow up tonight, I don't know what's gonna happen. Unless Green Phantom has a horseshoe up his ass, then I see us maybe being able to retain the titles by some slim chance, but we're going against one of the top teams the IWS has ever had in the Hardcore Ninjas. I'm gonna keep my end of the bargain, okay? I'm not gonna get my shoulders pinned to the mat. Now, unless his big green ego gets in the way, that'll probably cost us the match. But I'm gonna do my part because since the title was given to me, I did not earn it. My job is gonna be simple, just not get pinned and try and retain the tag team titles so that officially, maybe then people could recognize me as a true tag team champion.
Now, you said a very serious point that I'm just going to bring up again. The Ninjas are the greatest tag team combination in the IWS. 3 times have they been IWS tag team champions. One of them has been 4 times. Now, they've worked as a cohesive unit. Now, this main event is a death match. Now, you're no stranger to that. But in order for you to defend the titles, like you say, you and Green Phantom have to work as a cohesive unit. Do you guys have the ability for one night to do that?
One night. One night could be 15 minutes in the ring, but it could be an eternity. If we can coexist, yeah, I think we could have a chance. But to tell you the truth, I don't know. And this is a death match. We're going back with 4 of the original IWS wrestlers. We're going back like 5 years in time. Except, you know what? There's going to be a whole shitload of stuff that you can watch all the DVDs you've seen before in the IWS past. There will be shit you'll probably have never seen in your life. So 5 years of history in the making, and tonight it's culminating in one match.
Well, I'd like to say, as a former tag team champion, I wish you well and give it 110% for the team, and most importantly, for the IWS fans. Sexy Eddie, one half of the IWS Tag Team Champions, Drew Onyx, UnF'nSanctioned. We're out. That's right, people. What you're seeing right now is a short reunion of Green and Mean. But sad to say, it's not because we're going to be both getting ready for the main event. In fact, what's going to happen is, because of an injury, I have to step out. And now you're going to speak to what looks like both gold holders of the tag team titles, Green Phantom.
You know, brother, it's kind of bad news that you can't be in there with me kicking ass. But it don't matter. That sexy little bitch, Sexy Eddie, can sit his sexy little ass in the corner, and it won't matter. Because no matter what, the Hardcore Ninjas, all by myself, are gonna get with the motherfucking Green.
Hold on. Now, I know you're ready, and I know you're a competitor. I fought against you. I fought with you. I know that you're able to handle a lot of things. But it is the biggest night in IWS, the biggest night in wrestling for Montreal. You're going up against a team who is the top team in tag team wrestling in the IWS, the Ninjas. Can you guys work as a cohesive unit to get past the death match in an hour?
I'll tell you the truth, brother. There ain't no unit between me and Sexy Eddie. The hardcore hero walks solo from here on in. He's just gonna be an afterthought, a background in this match. He can do what he wants as long as his shoulders don't get pinned. The hardcore hero is out for hardcore justice over the hardcore ninjas, and that's gonna fucking happen tonight, brother.
You know what? You guys have similar thoughts because I had a chance to speak to Eddie prior to your interview, and his biggest concern was that you don't get in his way and you don't get pinned.
No one's gonna be getting in anyone's way except my fist and my boots and the hardcore ninjas. There's gonna be people getting in the way there. You can rest assured, brother. I don't care what's going on. Unfucking sanctioned at the medley. It's when the Green Phantom shines. Undefeated, brother. The ninjas don't stand a chance. Get with the green. I'll see you later.
You heard it from one half of the IWS Tag Team Champions, Green Phantom. He means business, and he's telling everybody, the whole world, to get with the green.